Hello and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here literally 366 days this year and 365 days of the year every other year, and I have been for years. So anyway, hello. I am here every day to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who've kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community here because of you. You have been so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in. Or watch back on like 1.25 speed, which I do a lot. So I do that all over YouTube all the time. Anyway, trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, no, we've just got all kinds of questions today. Oh, boy. All right, and thank you. Thank you, everybody. All right, so we should just jump in because holy buckets. By the way, I love this. Very, and anybody who isn't as familiar with the tarot, Ace of Cups. And if it comes up, we'll pull it from the, actually, I should have just pulled it from the original because I'm using the Pulp Tarot today. Hello, hello. Quick look. Anything saying, hi, I'm the Ace of... Come on. Trying to hurry. Hurry. Do. There it is. In the Rider-Waite, that is the Ace of Cups. And it's a great big cup. I think of it as rising up out of... it's the whole reason that there are... My brain, I'm juggling too much in my head. Lotus, that was it. The reason there are lotus there, because lotus, traditionally it's stagnant water. And so it's rising up out of the kind of stagnant, icky water to freshness and from the spirit. So that's why you get lotus on the Ace of Cup cards. Anyway, all right. Let's talk sneakers. Trainers. Yes, Sally Sargent, the golden Temu sneakers. Temu, whatever. I don't think, as long as you give the money, I don't think they care what you call it. Got Temu or Temu? I don't think they care. I honestly don't. They just want the money. Anyway. But let's take a step back. Take a step back with me. Into the past. I have a bad habit here of using this little part of the cat tree as storage to throw stuff before I come on. Like, sorry. All right. Okay. Do you want to know what a pair of presidential sneakers looks like? A pair of sneakers that was sold specifically with presidential insignia and all of that, because everyone's talking about Trump's sneakers and what have you. No. That is what a proper pair of presidential sneakers looks like. Those are the Barack Obama Nikes that they made. They're fantastic. I love the presidential seal. I love the 44. They're understated, but they're both classy and sporty and understated and special. And isn't this great? These are good shoes. So, since Dumpy is how many millions of, with interest, yes, we're up to $453.5 million that Trump owes. Yeah, so he went to a sneaker convention and was showing off the sneakers he's offering for sale for $399. Now that you've seen what presidential sneakers are, this is what Trump's offering. Alternately called the hair Jordans. Sarah this morning called them the FlashGortitas. And I was just calling them bako foil. When you want to bake your feet like potatoes, it's very Russian, is potato. Not Russian, but like Putin, Russia, yeah. For potato. There we go. And yeah, there's even a T in the stitching. And did he get dragged? Oh my gosh, you should have heard them booing him. Oh, I mean, and they were, preview. They were booing him the way that Trump should be booed everywhere he goes. Teresa Ford says Trump's brand is called Sketchy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Christine, is it Gummison? Said Texas Paul was right. Golden toilet shoes. Oh my gosh. Oh, Phyllis Leon says need blonde comb overs on the toes. Yes, Elizabeth Schuyler Hamilton, T for Temu. Yes. And Larry Summerlin says it looks like this bronzed baby shoes. You do with your first shoes. Oh my gosh. Rob D said air gaudy. Yeah. And hair, not H-E-I-R, Kelly, H-A-I-R, hair Jordans was one of something some people were. Oh, John France called them NoBalance. That's awesome. Oh gosh, that was wonderful. Oh my gosh. Okay, so High Priestess says, does Mercury need to fill out a police report on his missing shoes? Oh, those, I don't know. Those weren't built for speed, but I hear what you're saying. Oh gosh. Yes, Joyce Matthews. He also has fragrance. He has multiple fragrances. He does. He has, wasn't one Trump fragrances. I think one's called Success and one's Victory. Trump. And he is out there pushing. Oh gosh. No. Shannon C said, is it called Le Pew? Okay, I've got Success. There's an Ivanka Trump. There's one called Empire. And tell me there is not one called Golden Bamboo. Trump Tower's Golden Bamboo. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. We need to get rid of this for a second. Really? What? Oh, gross. It does not smell like another Trump win. He's going to lose. Okay, let's try perfume.com. Empire. Success. Donald Trump. No, he has a new one, I believe. It's Victory or something. Let's have a look. Gosh, you know these stink. Empire. Oops, I'm trying to scroll down. Work with me here. Success. There's the Ivanka perfume. It's sold out. These are $20. There's a 3-piece set for $27. These are $20. 20 20. Hang on. Let's go back. Golden Bamboo. Yes. No, you are kidding me. He does not. It's a fresh and clean blend of bamboo woods, bergamots, melon rind, green floral notes, top notes of green bamboo, cucumber, mid notes of Turkish rose, jasmine, water lily. He does not. He does not have a perfume called Golden Bamboo. Louis Stavalis is 20 rubles. That's it. Yep, that's it. Okay, let's go back to perfume.com just for a second here. Trump Empire as low as $8.37. There's a waiting list for success. And I just want to look at something. For instance, I used to wear no, I don't wear Mademoiselle. I wore the original Coco, not Noir. I used to get the bottle. Was it number 5? Is that the only one they have? It wasn't Gardenia. No. Actually, I didn't entirely like the scent. I was just trying to get a sense of the price of this thing, but I guess it's not listed here. Coco Chanel. But I didn't like the smell of it unless I aged it. I'm not kidding. I'd buy the bottle with the stopper and I'd leave the stopper off for a long, days or just have it barely on there so air could get in for weeks. And then eventually, and that's the way I liked it. It was weird. Donald Trump, you're fragrant. Yuck. All right, just one more thing. Just buy Donald Trump perfumes and colognes. Kelly Ramsey says the new cologne is $99. Okay. Kevin Waggy saying, I'm surprised it's not called Insurrection. It should. It should be. Trump Empire, $4.39. Come on, be a deer and load. Or just ignore me entirely. Oh, no, here we go. Fine, just go away. Yeah, that's what I used to wear. Starts from 108. Jacqueline Murphy says the new cologne is called Victory 47. Yeah. Yeah, but Trump's is 20. Luxury brand. And yes, that is a Monty Python quote. Luxury. Okay, so anyway, the FlashGortitas. Yeah, and the FlashGortitas start at $399, or they cost $399. Really? Will anyone actually buy these? Janelle Espinosa says, it smells like old classified documents. Felderay says, my fragrance for more than 20 years has been Red Door. Oh, okay. I haven't smelled that in ages. Oh, Goral has a link. At gettrumpsneakers.com. Oh, gosh. Problem is I can't click on links when I'm in StreamYard, but I will definitely go look at that. Dixie Lou Who says they auctioned off a signed pair for $9,000. All right, let's just see. Okay. Sneakers and the perfume. How is this going to go? Sneakers, perfume. Judy Sisto says they said on the news they have a first run of 1,000 and they sold out in minutes. Mary Smith says, I read they sold about 200 pairs of sneakers yesterday. Was it a bulk order? Just wondering. Oh, he's so on the defensive, as he should be. And he should be booed everywhere he goes. Linda H., he bought them? Yeah. Tower, judgment, temperance. Temperance, this does not feel like, oh, he's going to be more temperate. He's never going to be more temperate. Never. No, narcissism is in full bloom. This is learn to live with it. Trying to temper the judgment and the collapse. His perfume. Trump the man, Trump the fool. No, it just doesn't sell like you'd think. So, yeah. Is it bulk? So I'm going to ask, was it bulk? Have sales been from bulk buying at 1910? Been from bulk buying. Ay, ay. Let's have a look. Larry Summerlin says, smells like Russian traitor. Yes, Jeannie Johnson, perfect sneakers for running from the law. So are they is bulk buying and make sure that they sold. Two cards. It feels like they're like one's real and one's not. And this would be supporters of Trump. Trump is the king of wands. Queen would be the groups around him who support him. And this is us having quite the chuckle at Dumpy's expense here. And only one of these is real. That's what that feels like. He owes so much money. He's isolated. He cannot get, Trump has been using a bank, I believe in San Francisco. It's a smaller bank who has been loaning him money because Deutsche Bank won't touch him anymore. Deutsche Bank worked really hard to unravel their ties to him. But that bank in San Francisco isn't that big. Could the San Francisco bank really float $450 million on top of everything else? Yeah, Kathy Barber says the tower's coming up all the time now. Mm-hmm. Huge money. Huge. Isolation. This is us enjoying watching this come down, and he's desperately trying to make a plan. Apparently right now they've only got 30 days to come up with a bond for the bulk of that money that so they can appeal. So right now they are desperately talking to anybody they can who has that kind of money that they could put together for a bond. Couldn't happen to a bigger jerk because it would be hard to find a bigger jerk. All right. The one thing I did want to check, where was that link? Did I close it? I must have closed it. In which case, let's have a go fund me Donald Trump, as if he would fund anybody. And there is Mother Jones. Do you have a link to the page? And there we go. Oh, it's up to a lot of the $355 million. No, well, the GoFundMe is for $355 million. He actually needs 450, let's say 454 million. And that number is going to climb with interest, but it's up to six figures. Up to $275,000. Wow. Out of 355 million here. Let's see. 355, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 minus 275, 188 is, yeah, only $354,724,000 to go. So they're up to six figures. Problem is they need 9 figures. Well into 9. Yeah. Okay. Just checking in. Nope, that's the wrong thing. There we go. All right. Angela M says interest rate. It is 9%. I don't think it's per day though. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I do believe the interest rate is 9%, but I assumed that was APR. But correct me if I'm wrong, as always. So anyway, move at 25 minutes in. Oh, guess what? Yes, Fran, exactly. That's what I'm talking about now. Trump went on stage yesterday and talked about E. Jean Carroll. Quote, "Who the hell is she?" Unquote. So you're saying that she's lying? You're saying she's lying. E. Jean Carroll. You're saying she's lying. Oh no, just asked who the blank is she? No, that's questioning, who does she think she is? Or I don't know this woman, the things you've said before, and Giovanna has exactly the right idea. Ka-ching! Yeah. That was awesome. Hang on. Hang on. Louis Tavalis, who said, E. Jean Carroll's the person who grabbed you by the purse, E. Yes, that was good. That was good. Where's my phone, by the way? Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Nope, that's not it. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna have a look here in just a second on how she going to go take him back to court, because I've picked up before. I mean, that E. Jean Carroll should pretty much just set up a conveyor belt from his bank account to hers. Just keep it coming. Just keep it coming. And he absolutely cannot help himself. He has the lack of impulse control in your average narcissist. It's staggering. I know I've got it here somewhere. Oh, is this it? There we go. All right, E. Jean Carroll, you gonna sue him again, and are you going to win? Well, if she did, I bet she'd win. Yes, Kathy T. Trump once again went on stage and talked about E. Jean Carroll and said, quote, "Who the H-E double hockey sticks is she?" Close quotes. I try not to even swear a little on this channel because I know this is a daytime show and I know there are little ears around. So, but yeah, so the internet is clamoring for Carroll to sue him again. Will we see a part 3, part 2 of this trial? Zircon says, I wouldn't want the hassle. Oh yeah, but she's already planning on doing all kinds of good with that money. So, oh, E. Jean Carroll. He just can't leave it alone. He just can't. Seven of Cups. Said, you're implying she's lying. Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Fool, and Six of Swords. She might. He's just continuing to lie. to imply that to tell a room full of riled up people that who is she? And she's won all this money. Therefore, that's not good. In front of these people, one of whom could get really ugly. But he just keeps going out there and doing it again. And this Six of Swords, this can be traveling for litigious reasons. Jolie S says, first time Sniffy's ever really been held accountable. Thank you, E. Jean. Yes. I mean, he was technically held accountable for Trump University, but I know what you mean. Knight of Wands. He's not going to stop. If she doesn't now, he's not going to stop. She doesn't want to. She's done. She'd like to walk away, but if he just keeps stirring the pot, he's going to end up on the defensive, and she's going to make sure of it. So she's not in a hurry. But let him run his mouth again. Back in court, and exactly. All right. So moving on. All right, at 31:45. Oh boy. Trump's 2024 campaign has been flagged yet again by the FEC, the Federal Election Commission, for accepting donations with illegal sources, for illegal amounts or illegal sources. Last year, okay, I don't think it's in here, but last year, the FEC came to him with 88 pages of donations that he needed to return, and he had to fork up, was it 18 million? There was a chunk last year. I'd have to go look, but the upshot is it was like 88 pages of these donations, because under law, campaign federal office cannot accept more than $3,300 per person, $2,000 per authorized committee, or $5,000 per multiple candidate committee in a single election. This time, the FEC hit Trump with 200 pages of unlawful donations. $200. Okay, so last year, FEC issued a similar warning detailing 88 pages of impermissible contributions. And in 2021, the Trump campaign was forced to refund $13 million that was debited to supporters without their knowledge. Yeah. So it's even worse than it was last year. Let's have a look. How many millions is he going to have to fork up? All of this adds up. And yes, he has plenty of suckers lots of suckers who are giving him money. But there's a limit. There's a limit to how much he can raise. And my understanding is there's a time limit on how long he has to refund, return, get rid of that money. Felderay says 200 pages from the FEC. That's extreme fraud. Ding. Queen of Swords. That is in law enforcement and going through forensic accounting. The Emperor. Oh, he got caught again. And yes, it's going to hurt to turn over that money. Especially now, he's so angry. He is so angry at the thought of how much money he's losing. He's going to lose. And you can send out as many fundraising emails or whatever else you're doing. But there's a Page of Pentacles. There's only so much. There are only so many people you can raise money from. Exactly, Wheezy Squeeze Box. He's the fraudiest. Yes. DLC, yes. And the hits just keep on coming. As long as they're metaphorical hits, I am all for it. Judicial rulings in a fair court, laws in place. Okay. 3620. Nikki Haley is telling anyone who will listen that the RNC should not be Trump's personal piggy bank. You say that now? I'm sorry, where were you before? Anyway, and that electing him will essentially end the party. Honey, you're late to the party here. He's been destroying Republicans for years. He's been destroying your party all the way down the line. And you know what? You helped. You worked for him. You gave him credibility. You made efforts to assist him. You did what he told you to do. So, Nikki Haley, 2 words, get stuffed. Anyway, while she's not wrong, will anyone listen? Because I can't find any information on when the next, like Ronna McDaniel, she left. So when are they having the vote and the what have you to put in the new chairs of the party? Because Trump wants Lara Trump to be the co-chair. Yes, Finzenberger, the church. Welcome to the church of the golden grift. Oh, man. There's a lot of money at stake, and I get pentacles for Republicans, so this could very well be the new leader of leaders of the National Committee. Hierophant, so the institution. 8 of Pentacles, Magician, Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Wands. Well, Republicans, you voted for Trump. And Republicans out there who are not MAGA, you still voted for Trump, didn't you? You still support him. Well, guess what? Because this ends with the far right victory. This is the RNC working, pulling a rabbit out of a hat. And it's tick tock, tick tock, tick tock for a far right victory. And I don't mean this is not for the election. No, I'm not getting that at all. I'm saying for who's going to be in charge of the party. Who's going to be deciding where the donations go. It looks like it will be going to the far right, to Trump land, whether it's Lara Trump or somebody else. Thank you, Holly W. Thank you. Thank you. And says the RNC hasn't set a date for the vote yet. Oh boy. Cat Shepherd. I don't use that expression, but it's funny. Louis Tavalis, you've got a point. Is he going to start selling that invisible accordion? Oh, gosh. I mean, maybe it'd be good if Lara Trump became co-chair of the RNC, because she'd have less time to be treating her children like garbage. I don't have kids, so I do not normally say anything, or I try not to say anything. It'd be pretty heinous for me to say something, because I know it's hard. But if you've seen her videos, you know how she treats her children. And it might be good for them. And it would hasten the demise of the Republican Party. So, yeah, let's hope she becomes co-chair. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. Aha! Cece Ryder for the win, as always. You're so good. Now, if I could just get my computer here. Oh, thank you, Ricky. Okay, Cece Ryder is pointing out the Denver Post. In the Denver Post, it says Chair Ronna McDaniels privately agreed that no major changes would take place until after the South Carolina February 24th primary. So right now, she is still the chair, and she will be until at least next Saturday. And then, well, let's have a look. 40 to 40. Because, boy, this could really bring down the RNC. Downfall of the RNC with Lara Trump leadership. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you. Sylvia Krim, thank you. Thank you. I love that name, Sylvia. It's gorgeous. So, well, we see the downfall of the RNC with Lara Trump leadership, or at least partial leadership. Again, if it just feels like if you and I were shown the finances of the RNC right now, we would just be going, are you kidding? Are you kidding? A monkey could do a better job of sorting this out. There's no money's not going where it needs to go at all. Oh, Linda H gifted 5 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Thank you. Sword of truth cuts both ways. Go ahead. We don't mind. Page of Wands. She's a flunky. Yeah. She's a flunky for the fool. King of Swords. World. Knight of Swords. Fall of the RNC. World card. End of the way things were done. End of chapter, end of book, whole new era. And on either side of it, you have the King and the Knight of Swords, which would be legal scrutiny. I mean, this could be related to voting, but it feels like legal scrutiny. One way or the other, I've got a world card for this idiot. Oh, this is not going to go well for them. Catherine Rodriguez says Rona should disperse the funds to Republican candidates and leave zero in the coffers. I don't think she will, though. Knight of Wands, squeaky wheel. She's not a shoo-in. Judgment. The dynasty with some harm. And of course, we're just over here, just as our card of walk by giggling. Got our little thing, and we're just walking past and just look over as we're going by. This is the yeah, that's what that is. Downward spiral. Yeah, downward spiral. So I don't know. It's not a shoo-in that Lara will be in there, but it's not going to end well either way. Offensenberger, thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's glorious, isn't it? It's just glorious. Oh, and High Priestess gifted 5 more memberships to random people in the chat. Oh my gosh, thank you. Wow. So anyway, Harvey Norton had an idea here. Well, it's unlikely. Let's look at it anyway. 4730. 4730. Harvey Norton was asking, since the MAGAs want to return to the good old days, are debtors' prisons laws from medieval Europe and colonial England still on the books? Will MAGA want debtors' prisons? Because we could apply them to Dumpy. Debtors' prisons. Wow, that could really blow up in their faces. It would also hurt a lot of people, so that's not good. But watching these people run through the yard to stomp on a rake, just whack, they hit themselves. Yeah. Debtors' prisons. Oh, my priestess says, thank you for my daily news. Thank you for going through the news with me. It can be kind of dire if you have to go through it yourself. Adding insult to injury. Yep. And see, the thing is that on the far right, they'd have to get power. They'd have to regain power, and it's just not going to happen. But is that their little dream? Pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Okay, MTG. Return the is it the PPP money? Or is it PPE money? One of them isn't one of them protection for not getting COVID, but the other is money that was given out. It's been a while. The empath says a bunch of states put prisoners to labor already. Oh, that would be a talking point for them. But again, Knight and King of Swords. Go PPP. Thank you, Joseph Winnie. And Janelle Espinoza. Thank you. Yeah, go run through the yard. Just stomp as hard as you can on that rake. they won't get the chance. But this would so blow up in your own face. You can't pass laws that just apply to them as much as you want to. Nah, I'm not going to look at it. We'll just move on. Oh, thank you, TK. All right, so, we haven't checked in a while, so it's a good idea, Kimber. 50-30. Although, as you all know, I really don't like this woman. But anyway, you ask, I look. Kimber is asking, please read on Ivanka. We always hear about her father and her brothers. She's a very, very shady character in her own right. Oh, yes. She is awful. Awful. So, Venky, princess. Yuck. He says, come on, not her. Well, that's, the E's for equipment. Thank you, Visualize 70. Thank you. So, but her brothers have to fork up over $4 million each now. And her father has to come up with $453.5 million. And you know Jared is not a fan of Donald. Just isn't. Yes, Finzenberger. Alternative freedom. Ugh, strength. 9 of Wands, 5 of Cups, Chariot, Queen of Wands, 4 of Swords. She's going to be able to stay out of things for a while, but my gosh, is there more coming about Trump and the others? Things are going to be quiet with her for a while. But wasn't she? I know in the case with Judge Ngoron, that she wasn't included in that, but wasn't she included in at least one of the other cases? I thought she was not completely in the clear, even if it'll take a while. Is that wishful thinking on my part? Elizabeth Farmer says, in my house, we've replaced the phrase being a Karen with being in Ivanka. Oh, yeah. Well, apparently, in private, she has a huge temper and she swears like a sailor. That's what is reported. Valerie Sargent's adopting a new kitty today. Oh, it's an older kitty. Oh, thank you for adopting an older kitty. Thank you. You're such a good person. Page 1. Oh, the kitty. Give it time. Judgment. We're watching Judgment fall. And there's secrets. There are things going on that we don't know about yet. Truth and law will come out. And yeah, there's going to be movement against her. And it feels like her husband. But we have to wait. That's what I'm getting there. So, Valerie Sargent says he's going to be living like a little orange king of comfort. Oh, Jody Kitty. Oof. Okay. All right, at 55 minutes in, Tea Clover and Elflower One Stars were asking about Will the Willis relationship with Wade be ruled as a valid reason to force the presiding judge to dismiss her from the case, or what they said about it, or whatnot? For those who did not watch, because one thing we didn't do is we didn't watch live here. We didn't watch Fani Willis when she was being questioned, because I knew she had it. I knew she was all over it. She was strong. She apparently had huge fights with Wade because apparently at one point Wade said to her, "The only thing a woman can give me is a family." Oh, Mrs. Katura, thank you for kitty treats. Thank you. And she said she was raised, you don't go on a date without at least $200 in cash on you. So if a man acts a fool, you can get yourself out of there. And she had 6 months of expenses in cash in a locked, basically in a safe in her house at all times. So when Wade would try to pay for something, she made sure she paid him back. And she was strong and what have you. Now, here's the thing. If you didn't watch her speaking, because they haven't been talking about it on the news very much. Wade had cancer in 2020. And there was a lockdown going on. So all this talk about they had this relationship, and they were asking all kinds of invasive questions about intimacy that were none of their business. CC Ryder, yes, Fani Willis said, a man is not a plan. A man is a companion. This woman is tough as nails, and bless her. So, man. So we're really asking about McAfee. Are you going to look at this? And Deb Z says, and Fani's dad was living with her. World card for the reading. All right. They dragged this poor woman up there, and she went willingly. And that merchant, that lawyer, she's awful. And the rest aren't any better on that side. 4 of Cups, Hanged Man, King of Wands. This isn't going anywhere for these guys. Fani Willis went in there because she is a law-abiding citizen. But these people playing games, not listening to the answers or to reality. And then, of course, they keep saying it was an affair. They didn't have an affair. An affair is when you cheat on a spouse. They didn't have an affair. Yeah, this is not going to go well for them or Dumpy. It just doesn't feel like it at all. Ooh, it's Gigi by the Sea. Oh, Wade said the only thing a woman can give me is a sandwich. Oh. Jill Dalton, NYC, said, Fani is my shiro. Yes, I like that. Yeah. It was small amounts of money, and she paid it back. This is going nowhere. And let's get back to the real situation, the real case. Because as Fani Willis said, I'm not on trial. They are. Bless you. All right. And Giovanna says, why did the judge even allow this? Because if he hadn't, it would have come up on appeal. It would have been a thing. CC Ryder says this hearing was about two things. Did Fani lie to the court about when the relationship started? And did Fani benefit financially from hiring Wade? Well, my understanding is certainly on that second one, that's a big no. And on the first one, isn't it pretty nebulous? I don't think this is going to hurt her at all. But please tell me, CC Ryder, I value your opinion. You know a lot. So Joanne Smith says the prosecution witnesses were found out. Ooh, really? Malting's Cottage, the lawyer that kept shouting at her, loved it when she told him several times to stop. There we go. All right. So, yeah, he had to, Judge McAfee, he pretty much had to do this to put this to bed, basically. But when on the first day, MSNBC, all the pundits there were like, that's it, the whole RICO case is going away. And then the next day they're just like, well, it looks like she's fine and it's good. And the cards all along were saying it's good. So CC Ryder says Fani referred to the relationship as personal. The defense alleged that meant romantic. Is that? Yeah, I think that's a reach. Fani proved she did not lie, and no evidence of financial benefit. Defense did not meet. And I'm guessing the last couple of lines words were burden of proof. Did not meet the burden of proof. Yes. So worry not. Things are closed on Monday for President's Day. But they come back on, I want to say, doesn't the defense have 3 witnesses to call? Or something like that? President's Day. Oh, and this is a pretty good overlay for today because, happy Pisces season. Sun enters Pisces this evening at 10:13 p.m. Chicago time. So Central Time in the U.S. Happy Pisces season. Tomorrow's President's Day. The court will be closed Tuesday the 20th. That's when it'll come back in, and then the judge will rule. So, full moon is Saturday. I wonder what we're building up to. All right. That is going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for going through the news with me. Like I said, it can be fraught when you have to go through it yourself. So, oh, wait. CC Ryder says, let me clarify that. They were friends first, had a romantic relationship for a brief time, then went back to friends. Fani stated she refers to many friendships as personal. I believe it. So I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. All right. It's 1:09 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. And you are always welcome. So I just want to encourage you to go after your own dreams, your own projects, whatever it is you do. I want to encourage you. And so does Sarah. And so I'll be over there. And other than that, guess where I'll be tomorrow? Right back here. Same cat time, same cat channel. You're not alone. We are in this together. And there are good days ahead. There are. All right, so hang in there. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow.